Can we keep them? Can we?
And once again, the day is saved thanks to the
saved.
Powerpuff Girls.
The Powerpuff Girl.
We did miss them, indeed. The Powerpuff Girls will be finally joining the multiverse. Of course, Batman had some data on them a little bit early on.
As he is wont to do. He's
yeah.
the greatest detective of all time.
Yeah, you know, maybe would have gotten a little more information if the Joker didn't just go and, you know, kind of mess up the cape.
That's true. That's true. He does like to hack Batman stuff.
Yes, but of course, this is the season for sugar, spice, and everything nice. You got the Powerpuff Girls, and of course, the queen of the Amazons herself, Nubia, which will be coming later on in this season for the mid-season patch. Looking very much so forward to talking about her in the near future. But for right now, we have, of course, not just the stars of the show that have joined the game, but also the original stars of the show, because we were able to bring in all of the original
cast
for the Powerpuff Girls. We got Catherine, E.G. Daly, and Tara
that's
Strong
so cool.
reprising the roles
Good
as the
job.
Powerpuff Girls. It's been a lot of fun to be able to hear them on screen again. It's just, there's so much life and joy to these characters. If you've never watched the show before, of course, the combination being put together by Professor Utonium, accidentally dropping that chemical X in there. They are fun. They're also extremely powerful to go along with their name.
You know, I was thinking about this earlier, and you have to wonder how much he worries when they go out, right? Because on the one hand, they're basically tiny gods, but on the other hand, they're also like
my dick rig.
and so it's like,
no, this is not good.
they're going out and fighting crime, and he's just like at home, like, oh, you know, I guess I'll keep making breakfast.
Yeah, you know, the joke of you know, we call them for help is kind of funny because they are the solution always.
Correct.
So you know, you have Superman on the scene, they show up, it's just as fearful. So it's but there's a lot to their kit, of course, which we have a whole lot to talk about. And it's not just them, of course, we also have the fan favorite Rowdy Rough Boys, which will be the
wrong one. My bad.
They do indeed use the phone. But we have the Rowdy Rough Boys that everybody got to see in the trailer as well. That will be joining, completely voiced over as well. That is our Tier 70 Battle Pass skin.
Tier
A couple people have already guessed. That one, it will be, I think, used pretty often. There's a lot of unique things to it. For anybody who noticed the crayon email, they're like, well, the Rowdy Rough Boys wouldn't do that. Well, yeah, you're right. They wouldn't do that. So we'll leave that for you.
That's the point.
We'll leave that for you all to see. They also show up on
no,
Mojo spaceship for the ship. I guess
I hate that. What could be the problem?
It's kind of a spaceship.
kind
It's a
of
UFO thing.
No,
He
it
makes
can't be.
things. It is me. It is him, Mojo Jojo. Who makes
It might
the thing.
be.
It has to go into
Still
space
might
at some
crash,
point
though,
during
but
the
we'll be
doesn't
fine.
it? I think it does.
You know, honestly, I can't remember.
I can't either. It's been a long time, but it's very reminiscent of spaceships.
Yeah.
We can go with that.
We'll chalk it up to UFO. Well,
Exactly.
Well, one thing that, of course, is a regular staple of the show is a quick breakdown coming in from the cat. So let's take a little look at exactly how
Here we go. Some
Powerpuff Girls
showcase.
What's going on, buddy? It's your community manager, Nakat, and today I am here to talk about the Powerpuff Girls joining the MultiVersus roster. They are the newest addition to MultiVersus, and it's not one, not two, but all three of them together as one character. But that doesn't mean that they don't have properties that are unique to themselves. With the Powerpuff Girls passive ability Sister Act, the Powerpuff Girls can swap between each other using Down Special. Different leaders apply unique attributes to the trio. Bubbles is fast, but her hits have less knockback. Buttercup is slower, but her hits have more knockback. And Blossom is balanced between the two of them. Different leaders also change the properties of the girl's special moves. So, depending on which girl you're using, there is going to be a significant dedicated purpose for using that girl. So now getting into the Powerpuff Girls normal attacks. The first grounded normal attack we're going to talk about is the Powerpuff Girls dash attack, which actually has the ability to ring out opponents off of the top. It is a great vertical sending move, and you are able to combo off this move depending on the opponent's damage. The next move that I'd like to talk about is the Powerpuff Girls side attack. Side attack is a 3-hit combo that controls a lot of space and goes pretty far. What I mean by this is, if I use the first one, I am able to connect, right? You see how she kind of lunges forward. However, on the second one, I don't always have to try to land the first one. I can space myself in a way where I hit with the second hit of the move, which then will allow me to still finish into the third hit of the move. Or if I just want to maximize spacing as much as possible, I can hit with the final move as well. Again, this move is very fast. They lunge forward, so it has a lot of range. and it will just strictly knock the opponent back. But you can combo into other options with this move traditionally, like other side attacks in the game as well. So you want to be able to use it in that regard too. Powerpuff Girls' grounded neutral attack allows them to slide on the floor towards an opponent. This not only allows them to duck under certain things, but it is a move that is strong, and depending on which girl you are, will determine how strong the move is. Of course, with Blossom, she has a good balance between both strength and speed. Therefore, you're going to hit the move and you're going to send the opponent flying a bit. Bubbles is a bit weaker, so you're going to notice that the opponent doesn't fly as high when getting hit by this move, and Buttercup sends the opponent the furthest. The Powerpuff Girls down attack is a good combo starting move that knocks the opponent towards you. It's very fast and will have a lot of use at the ledge when your opponent is trying to come up, or if your opponent has a tendency to roll a lot on the ground, this will be a good move to cover that option. As you can see, the girls slam down the phone and they shoot out towards the opponent, pretty much bringing them in to get comboed vertically. You can either send them vertically again if you want upon landing this move, or you can actually use your forward air or anything that will send them horizontally as well. The Powerpuff Girls grounded up attack is actually pretty cool. They are able to turn into a grounded tornado, vacuuming the opponent and sending them upward. The awesome thing about this move is not only does it have a lot of range, but it also has the ability to ring out on the top blast zone. And if I was Buttercup in this situation, I would have a much easier time landing that ring out, which of course adds to just how cool it is to be able to have different unique buffs depending on which girl you are controlling at that time. Use this move as a great anti-air tool or even as an approach tool, as you can actually combo into it with a jab. Getting into the Powerpuff Girls grounded special attacks.
Or whatever,
neutral special on the ground allows the Powerpuff Girls to each use a unique ability that has the potential to either ring out an opponent or of course be comboed into. So depending on which one you do, will have pretty much a use that is unique to each girl. The next move I'd like to talk about is side special on the ground. Side special on the ground has the ability to send out a girl to grab an opponent and actually throw them. If I'm controlling Blossom, Buttercup will be thrown and throw the opponent down. I am able to actually combo off of this because of the ground bounce, and if I want to use this at the ledge, I can throw the opponent downward on the stage to try to set up for an edge guard. If I'm controlling Bubbles and I throw Blossom, Blossom will throw the opponent back towards the girls so that they can combo off of it. And if I am controlling Buttercup and I throw Bubbles, I'm actually able to throw the opponent upward and either ring out off of this, or I can actually just apply more damage depending on how far they go when I throw them, which varies depending on, of course, the opponent's damage percentage. So you want to use this to not only pressure opponents in neutral, but of course to combo off of it as well and set up for ring outs. Something cool is that if you hold this move, the girl will go further. So this is what it looks like if I tap. This is what it looks like if I hold. Much different. And if you want to learn even more moves that the Powerpuff Girls have to offer, be sure to check out the official MultiVersus YouTube channel and of course drop a subscription. We will be uploading the rest of this breakdown to the official YouTube channel for you all to watch right after this episode of Into the Verse. So thank you so much for watching. This has been the Cat, your community manager. Again, please sure to check out the rest of this video if you want to see the full moveset and breakdown of the Powerpuff Girls. This is the Cat, throwing it back to the studio. Take it easy.
Nice job, the Cat.
So we've already seen multiple comments pop up saying nerf Buttercup specifically, which
Just Buttercup.
So let's give you a reason to want to talk about all three of them, because not only are they're very easy to pick up, very easy to use, as a lot of people have seen with the 3-in-1. I've seen a lot of comments wondering like, man, it looks like they're gonna be super hard to use, but actually the way they combo and string together is actually very straightforward. And for anybody who's looking, they might notice something different on the training mode here too. We are currently doing some review and additions to the lab. We have returned the combo counter to the lab as well, and there will be more stuff coming in the near future, so super excited to be able to share all that. But that combo counter is going to give you an idea exactly how much
people that actually want to play the game actually practice.
So you have some of your best starters, which includes
Basically, it's just to
your
like
down
see
attack.
which move is
Apologies
you
for the
know
fact that you're gonna hear Mojo,
my
pretty often.
priority
Links this
over
week
another
every time I
move,
reset.
something like that. You know,
Your down attack pulls people
like is this
in,
move
it
better
allows
than
you to
this move
follow
right
up
here?
and get
Stuff like that.
easy combo starters into your nair or up special, things like that. Your jabs are also great because you could use that low percents to string into down attack. But it's not just that. They have something unique that we have never done before. Their signature perk, called Rainbow Dash,
Rainbow Dash.
will actually allow you to input a dash attack in the air. We have never done that. So what you get to do is do stuff like nair, buffer into dash attack to get a guaranteed follow-up. The dash attack on the ground also usually only follows the floor. This one sends straight up. But if you hold up, you can actually go into the air to be able to chase after someone instead, which at lower percents will let you follow up too. So a big key factor, which we're going into a lot later, is combo expression, character uniqueness, and skill expression for players in general. We're trying to expand on that a ton this season. So it won't just be, even though jab is a great combo starter, of course, for this character, which you could get easy follow-ups on to line up everything else. At higher percents, it's easy to DI out of. But when you go for things such as the grabs, which all of them have different grabs, as you saw from Nakat a little while ago. You have Bubbles will send in towards you, which is easy to follow up on. You have Buttercup, who uses... Get down from there. Buttercup is more of a KO throw, which will have Bubbles send out and send straight up. But there's something super unique about this throw as well. When there's multiple characters, usually there's unique ways to play multiple characters in a kit. One of those things being, of course, desyncs, which you can actually do. So if you decide to use a throw and you dodge during it, you could actually move up further so you can get a follow-up that you normally wouldn't. So you can line up stuff like this, or get down from there. Mojo, talk again, thank you very much. You go to Buttercup. At higher damage windows, the eye laser is a very strong KO option, but you can't combo into it unless you do this.
So you can close that gap and get in close during the grab.
Yes, so there's a lot of depth to this character. There's a lot of unique ways to play them. You could also do things... Go ahead, Mojo. There we go. Got to give him his time to shine. You know?
Yeah, you know. He's a very talkative monkey.
So you could also do things such as jabs into walking forward while you're using the down special. You could drift forward into combo follow-up. So there's always ways to follow up into the character. One thing that gets asked commonly as well is how do the leaders work? You do always start as Blossom, but when you get knocked out, you will remain the character that you were on. So if you decide that you want to switch your playstyle, is more leaning towards Bubbles, you will always be Bubbles throughout the match unless you switch. Same thing with Buttercup, same thing with Blossom. Whatever the leader is, every time you get KO'd, you will always remain on that last leader.
That's cool.
And it's cool that each of them individually kind of lends themselves to a different part of the match. Of early on, having Bubbles to kind of get some of that early damage in might be able to let you close those gaps, or depending on how strong of a hit your teammate is versus whether they're more speed oriented, maybe somebody like Blossom will help you kind of get some of that damage in, and then you can always switch into Buttercup for the slam dunks, the KOs, any of your rolls to go for the kill.
Yeah, there are a lot of different ways that you can approach with this character. There's a lot of fun ways that you can use it. And something that we're very keen on in this patch as well is improving ways to start combos with landing aerials, which we're going into a lot later on. But as you can see here, it's very easy to move forward. As I screwed it up entirely, so let's do that one more time. It is a classic.
It's very easy.
I didn't say it before, and I was like, how many combos does Ajax drop today? But you have different ways to be able to land now with different approach tools. It's not just, of course, the nair. You have down air, which is another great way to get in as well. And we want to make sure that we're adding as many different ways as you can to approach. You could use things like the IAD side special as well. When you use the aerial tackle, they have different directions that they send. So for Buttercup, she always sends down, which will let you follow up on that ground bounce. And in the air, it's a way to be able to get early KOs off the side. So very unique character, a lot of depth to them, a lot of fun to them. Definitely one of the most fun I think that we have ever had putting a character together. And for anybody who's curious, I did see a couple comments about, well, you know, all these newer characters getting all these unique things. Are we ever going to see new stuff come to old characters?
Oh, okay.
Are we going to see reworks come to older characters? Stay tuned for about 20 minutes from now.
Really?
So,
Okay,
that's
that's
pretty
cool.
much
That's
the
cool.
Powerpuff Girls. There's a lot of
That's
unique
what
stuff
fighting
that are a
games
lot of
net,
fun.
bro. Smash Ultimate has never
That
did
is not the
that.
only
It's
thing,
just,
of
you know
course,
what I
that we
mean?
have,
When you think about it.
the show off.
Oh
We
my gosh, that's
have,
cool.
a
They're
brand
able
new
to
member
add on to
that
the
will be
character.
joining this
They're
season
gonna
as well.
add on to it.
Honestly, I love that the Powerpuff Girls
That's cool.
themselves feel like a team. Not only does their personality
These
shine
are the
through in the
happens, you
kit,
know?
but and the fact that
Like
they
if
have
you
those
know,
subtle
you know,
differences to their
like
moves,
when
but
like the characters, like
all
when new
of the
characters come
moves,
out,
whether it's
the
in a
old characters
combo,
kind of
whether
like,
it's the
okay, like
individual,
can they add this to
twists
them? You know,
on,
certain extent.
the moves based off of who's in front. They all still continue to work together. They're constantly dashing in and out, coming back to each other, tagging each other in, grabbing each other. They really feel like a unit, which I feel like is such a unique concept for a character.
Yeah, like the idea of playing as only one of them is definitely something that a lot of people have talked about, but you want to use all three as a way to really change up the way you play, have unique factors to the way that they use their moves, which I'm going to show a little bit more of with the other signature perk in a second. The differences between them, of course, Blossom being more of the all-around one, Bubbles being faster, a little less damage, but great way to get in, and probably one of the best combo setup ones. And then Buttercup, who hits super hard, very accurate to the show as well. And I mean, we all know which one is the best one.
Oh, should we say it on 3? We should say it on 3.
Yeah, no, it's Mojo Jojo. So let's continue.
Okay.
Let's talk about the midnight screening, which, of course, is a new stage that we're adding into the beginning of season 3. This one is a lot of fun. This is our first asymmetrical map that we have really put a lot of effort into designing. This one, you have the pillar over here, which also includes a little gremlin kind of hanging for dear life over there. But the pulley system is interesting because when you land on the pulley system, it'll make this one go down, and it'll make the opposite side here go up. So if you're playing in, say, 2v2s, and you see a teammate who's struggling a little bit, and you're trying to help them reposition a platform to help them out, you can go on one side and either lower it or raise it. Or if you see an opponent who's maybe trying to recover low, and you're on the other side, and you land on it, all of a sudden, they don't have a platform to land on anymore, and they have to deal with somebody who's over here.
Now all they've got is the wall.
Yeah.
A wall and a dream.
A hope at best. This one, of course, you ever wonder what movie they were watching?
It seems like you can see a couple frames here and there. You might be able to kind of guess.
No, it just looks like it's
No,
the
it's just
Gremlins
they're in front of the projector.
yeah, they're messing with projector in the background. Now, of course, the Gremlins like they'll have a good show. So whenever you get knocked out, they cheer.
As they should. They're having a grand old time. They don't care who wins or loses. They're just there to have a good time.
And for anybody who's curious, the pulley system will not actually move when you have the stage hazards off, so they will stay directly in place.
Essentially turn into additional platforms.
Yes, and then for the 1v1 version, since this is a very large stage overall, the pulleys are actually gone. It's brought in a little bit more, so that will only be this section and then this part right here.
Keep the fight all on top. Platforms for safety.
Yeah, and a lot of focus, of course, will be pretty much around the center here. Now, was talking about the additional perk, the other perk being, let's see here, an extra ingredient. So, as you, of course, know, the individual girls have different powers, but when you use the extra ingredient, it'll add on the elemental base portion. So you get 4 stacks of frost from neutral special on Blossom, which will help you follow up easier. It's a lot
just
harder
like
to
watching
run
the
away from those
showcase for
situations. A lot of
MultiVersus.
people
I'm
usually
excited
panic
to
away
see this.
from something like that. So that's an easy way to go after them. For Blossom, it'll add a small stun.
Bro, and I seen the Splatoon thing. I actually missed it though. I was like, dang, I kind of want to play that the new Splatfest, but I was like, I'll just join the next time. I'll be there for the next one. And hopefully, you know, like the next event. I hate when I miss events though and stuff for like games. It's like, damn.
And that way you can potentially use that perk to combo with your.
But I seen on official socials though, they said that they said
want
they're going like
on
keep
top of,
doing
you're
stuff like
able
that, you know,
to then
Splatfest
use
like that and
perk
stuff.
to kind of additionally build those stacks and help add that extra damage.
Yeah, and it's really easy for people who maybe don't know
I actually
how
like
to
this
use
stage.
the,
I think
the
it's
dash
cool.
attack input in the air for Rainbow Dash. A little
So
bit too much.
this is
so it
like an
allows you to play
original
quick
stage, if
different
that
play
makes
styles
sense.
that you
MultiVersus
enjoy
still.
particularly.
Well, of course, the
That,
Gremlins,
of
but
course,
still.
is our mid-season, our season 3 map. We also have our
Yeah, it drops
mid-season
tomorrow.
map,
This new
which
season
some of
drops
you
tomorrow.
have seen,
Okay, today's
in the
16th, so
trailer. Actually,
tomorrow.
everybody
Oh,
has seen.
actually,
We
that's
played it
this
today.
guy, yeah.
Yeah, that is the Destroy Townsville, the other version of Townsville, which is just
Yo,
if
they got
the two
him right there.
platforms
You
were
see that?
broken,
Him?
like
That's
the
cool.
Townsville version
On
of
this
Mojo
side.
Jojo. It is our smallest center platform stage. It is 1v1
Yep,
exclusive.
as you can see right there.
So it is a stage
Super
that
small.
brings in a little bit
Yeah, I
more
think I'm gonna go
room.
that stage. Of course,
Definitely
like
going to
ranked,
be
gonna
a
have that
place
problem.
where you get to be really aggressive, fight very often, and also aesthetically it's just super visually pleasing.
The mayor's having a bad day.
You know, this is like an average
mayor's
day
having a
in
bad
the
day.
city. Like,
Their insurance costs have to be astronomical.
yeah, I mean, I've heard him mention like billions of dollars a few times. He seems to be fine.
Either they've got great taxpayers or the mayor's got some sort of side hustle going on. That's all I'm saying.
Without being surprised. Now,
Oh,
of
true,
course,
true. Level up there.
the most important question, most important thing of all. Which one's the best one? Which one is the best one? Now, we didn't actually discuss this before we went live.
We were leaving it. We're leaving it for live. Do we want to say it on 3?
Yeah, we'll do it on 3, all right?
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Buttercup.
It's Bubbles.
No way.
Bubbles.
Okay, Buttercup Bubbles has the best
Why are they
personality.
arguing about which
Yes.
type
But
of girl?
Buttercup,
Oh,
I personally, and don't get me wrong, all the voice actors are extremely talented. I just love the rasp in Buttercup's voice and the fact that she's got that little edge and toughness to her. Like,
Buttercup has a whole episode dedicated to her.
let me
being
see what
stinky,
chat
and
is
that
saying
is
right here.
exactly
I
what
personally
we
just want to see
That's
a
fair.
showcase of the
You
kid.
know,
Like,
I hadn't
we don't
thought
care
about
for that.
that.
Bubbles always shows up.
They're
Super
arguing
fun,
about which
super
type of girl they
hilarious,
like.
and
Really?
it's
What about
Team
all?
Bubbles.
Don't
It's
you
Team Bubbles.
don't they
I'm
like
sorry.
all of them?
That's just the way things
you
happen.
know, we'll have to agree to disagree, but,
You know what's funny? Before I started to rewatch like the show in general, I actually was more Team Buttercup, and then when I rewatched the show, I was like, wait, Bubbles is hilarious.
that's fair. I mean, Bubbles is hilarious. That's true. And I think, personally, I'll defend Buttercup one last
said, I
time.
haven't played
think it's the
once in a
fact
while,
that
but I keep
without
getting kicked out
Buttercup,
of
they
the
would
game,
all,
but
it would be
I'll
too
keep
bright.
Yeah.
You know, you
play
need
it.
that,
Yeah.
that contrast.
You know.
You need the vanilla with the chocolate.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of returning
you don't
players
hear
because I've seen comments like that too. A little bit. They were like, "Oh dang, this game is about to make me reinstall." Because some people just don't like the game, so they just uninstall it. I'm like, dang.
That's true.
But yeah,
That's true.
true. You know, whenever you're ready to
Which,
play
will
MultiVersus, you know,
include, of
it
course,
will be
all
here.
3 of them,
That new
pulled
season.
out right there.
Oh,
As
this was
everybody
cool.
saw
Okay,
with the
this is
last
like
season,
ranked
make
rewards
sure
right here.
you get those
cool.
last games in today to get your Samurai Jack
Oh, the
skins, and
Samurai
you'll be
Jack
able to do
skin.
the same thing next season for
Yeah, I didn't really play. I
all of
played
the
ranked,
Powerpuff
but
Girls.
I didn't play it a
And,
lot.
of course,
But I think
with
I'm gonna
ranks
try to push
comes
ranked a
a
lot
lot
this
of
season.
new information.
I played a little
which
bit, but yeah.
I did
A
not
lot of changes.
have pulled up on my screen.
But I feel like if you
with
do
that
play
information.
what was it? Like this,
Don't worry
the
about
new
it.
season is tomorrow, by the way. So if you do play, just let you know it's tomorrow.
There it is. All
And
right.
yeah, it's just
So,
gonna be like some new
ranked,
stuff
of
for the
course,
game. So it's gonna be a
topic
fresh
of discussion.
little thing going on there, a
Took
fresh
in, of course, all the
sensation
feedback,
to
we
play.
listened to what a lot
If
of
you do
people were
play, but
saying,
yeah,
we paid attention to the way that the ranks was
I'm
going.
ready,
Our
bro.
first
I'm ready
season of
for the
rank.
new season
We had a
tomorrow.
lot of learning to do, a lot of
Well,
things to change.
after I
So, for
complete my
starters,
2
for
tiers or whatever I have for my
if
battle
you
pass, the current
were,
battle pass, then I'm good.
in,
Then I'm ready. But yeah,
Diamond or
I'm still
Master,
ready either way.
when you go into the next season, if you
Okay.
have any character,
I think
in
they're about
Diamond
to
or Master,
showcase the
first
battle
time
pass
you
now. Let's
play,
see.
additional character, whatever alternate character you want, you will be bumped up to Silver 5 or Gold 5. So that way you're going right out of the early ranks. You're not queuing with anybody down in Bronze or Silver or any of that
Yes,
to
finally.
help one.
And
Well, you'll be in
yeah, I
Silver
gotta
if
find
you,
I gotta find
started
somebody to play
Diamond,
rank with, bro.
but if
I'm
you
currently
were
searching.
trying new
Not
characters,
gonna
it'll
lie.
help speed up the process. It'll help move people away from the lower ranks,
I'll
so
be
that way you're playing people
checking.
more on
I
your
think I
own.
have someone in
And it'll also
mind,
help
but
everybody
I'll
to
probably
get
play
those
like
Master
offline
Speed runs,
something like that.
which
Yeah.
Those in Masters tend to know at least a decent amount of
Oh,
the
you
core game
said
mechanics.
the
They
new
transfer
season?
well to other
It is
characters, even
tomorrow, I
if they've got
believe.
their
So yeah, today's the
strong kind of
16th.
flagships.
yeah, and,
Tomorrow,
it's just being able to allow
On the
people to,
17th, September 17th is when the new season is. You know, I don't know like what time in the day, but I think probably in the morning it releases. You know, I have to check the timer in game, but yeah, definitely tomorrow. The new season of Love Up Zay is tomorrow, September the 17th.
Really cool to see today. So y'all deserve a fun shout out for that. And then for defeating a player of higher tiers than you, you now receive a higher minimum RP gain. Before the MMR calculation, there was a bit of inconsistency for some people when they would beat someone, say, in Master and they were in Platinum, and wondering why they weren't getting enough
Damn.
RP. Well, we have made an adjustment towards that, so we want to make sure that when you are beating someone of the higher skill level, you are getting properly rewarded for that. Same thing, of course, on the opposite end. If you are losing to someone of a higher tier that you happen to match with someone who's a little bit higher up, a pretty big difference in MMR, there'll be a lower overall RP loss gain. So,
Ah,
yeah, we changed up the way that the values work so that way the grind will feel a little bit easier, a little smoother. We wanted to make that process a lot better for everyone as we continue to pay attention to ranked, of course. The values, if we don't believe that they're working enough from what we're seeing, we will go in and tune those in with hot fixes. We're going to be keeping an eye on that actively throughout the season. So it's not just, hey, everybody, this is the Band-Aid. This is the guaranteed answer to what we're doing right now. We'll be keeping an active eye on that.
in general, know that we are pretty much constantly reviewing systems, looking at ways to improve, cover pain points, give you guys new ways to keep the game fresh, fun, exciting, and constantly improving.
Yeah, and likewise, for anybody who's newer, we have switched to open skill to allow it. So if you are, say, a brand new player, you're joining us for the first time here for season 3, welcome if you are. You will not be paired right away into someone who's been playing, while you're more likely to be paired into someone who's closer to your rank.
Yeah, that's nice. That's
Or
cool.
a newer player. Likewise, if you are someone who, say, took a break for a little bit, you took a break for the season, or you had a couple of the games you want to try out, you're coming back, you're getting ready to grind ranked again.
You took a vacation, work got busy, you know, kids, whatever it may be.
Yeah, and you're worried that your first match you're gonna show up and it's the number 2 ranked overall player, and you're like,
That's life. Yeah,
wow.
that's true. That's true.
I'm out of practice.
Yeah, that won't be happening. We're also looking at, we also changed the same thing for that. So if you haven't played for a little bit, your first few matches as you get reacclimated will be everybody who's close to your skill level, and if you didn't lose a beat, then you get bumped back up to where you should be, where you'll be playing all the higher skill levels.
A little bit more of a gentle re-entry, if you will.
Yeah, very, very important. We pay close attention to rank all season, and we want to make sure we make that experience as best as we possibly can. So we're really excited about that going to the next season. It's been something we've been wanting to talk about for a little while now.
I think it should release early though. Level
will also be showing win streaks.
I think so.
If
I'll have to check the timer
see
though.
someone who has that 10 win streak and you want to get rid of that, you could be able to see it. But also you get to flex that 10 win streak as well.
Yeah,
Play a little bit of
tomorrow's
mind
the day.
games.
Tomorrow
You're
is
coming
the
in with a
day.
10-game win streak. You
Next
might just get that
season.
little bit of sweat going on your opponent.
I can't wait to try this
I mean,
new
look,
stage,
it's
the
very,
burning,
it
the
can be very
Townsville, and the
very,
Struts. It's
difficult
on
to beat some
fire.
of the higher skill players, but once you get that dub, it feels so satisfying. And I believe that we also
We ready to see the battle
we
pass?
also raised the target MMR overall for master rank. With the beginning of last season, we did start with the best of ones, and it switched to best 3 over time, and we saw a lot of people race very quickly to master, and which kind of led to a position where a lot of people were trying really hard to get to grandmaster rank at the end of the season, but so many people were so close. It kind of created a big wall for everybody to get through. So now we have a bigger target for it. So once you get the master, you will feel you earned that rank to get
Dang,
there.
I played ranked, but it's like I feel like I need to put more time into it.
Not only much more satisfying,
you
but
know?
also make it easier once we get up to that grandmaster rank to be able to see
Just a
people
little bit more time.
fluctuate.
You know?
And if you are master 1 or higher, so grandmaster or master 1, you will have an active decay. If you not play for a bit, so RP will decay for inactivity. So you can't just go all the way to number 1 and hold that position.
You have to defend your title.
Yep.
If you're
Like
gonna
his
fight
punch
for
out.
it, you gotta keep fighting for it. There are gonna be people
his
challenging
punch
you.
out.
You gotta defend the belt.
Yes. So a lot of big changes to ranked. And remember, keep an eye out for all of the updates that we do as we go along. And if you have any feedback, of course, we're always willing and ready to listen to them as we go. We're really hoping that you enjoy all these changes to ranked. We're super excited about that. But that, of course, is not the only thing. We have a lot.
It's a big
lot
season.
more to
It's a whole
discuss.
new season. We've got the new characters. We've got a new battle pass. We've got new events. We've got plenty to talk about.
Yeah, speaking of that battle pass, actually, let's go ahead and get ourselves situated in a second here.
Yes, here's the battle
talk
pass,
about the battle
everybody.
pass, because we
Let's
already
go.
talked about who the tier number 70 skin is.
Yeah.
That's true.
Rowdy
which
Rough
is
Boys.
the Rowdy Rough Boys.
Yep.
But that means that there's 69 other tiers to discuss.
There are. That first one, of course, will be the Powerpuff Girls. But before we pull up the screen, I just have to say, we do pay close attention to the requests for skins. We do see that often. We like to ask about that as well. And there's a there is one of those
Emil
skins.
Svensson, during the stream, we see you in chat, Emil Svensson. You asked for a certain skin.
Oh wait, is
Yeah,
that the person
the
that on
one
Twitter
true
or something like that that did the
Rick Sanchez, which is Rick Prime. That is your first 10th tier skin for the Battle Pass.
Yeah, I don't
Rick
even
Prime will
remember.
be
I don't know.
in the Battle Pass.
There was somebody that they
the Rick and Morty fans
reposted,
been asking for Rick
retweeted, you know
Prime
what I mean, on Twitter.
for a
about it.
while.
About some,
We
the
talked
skins.
about this. We talked about this. I love the fact that what makes Rick Prime prime is the fact that they made him just bald a little bit more.
Yeah, look, he is that much more special to them. Like he doesn't need that because his brain power is so big it is outgrowing the space of the
It's
back
just
of his head.
he's literally burning the hair off of his head with the
Dang,
heat generated
okay.
in his mind.
He also has the unique a unique rifle as well, very similar to the combat Rick. So that is a part of the skin there.
Oh yeah,
You
true,
hope
true.
that
Yeah, that's what I was
everyone
gonna say
is
too.
very happy
Yeah,
about that.
because
But
otherwise you
that
have
is not
to
the only
either
one. You
use
have
like
a
a
lot more.
But wait,
let's say
there's
like
more.
There's more.
PlayStation,
Which some of you,
Xbox,
of
or
course, can
just
see the mystery
install it
of
on
Maria
your
Gala.
PC and stuff.
That
Yeah,
was
that's what I
in,
thought. That's kind of weird though. I thought MultiVersus would be on Switch, but I don't know. It might be there in the future though. We gotta
classic
keep our eyes
skin.
out for it, I guess.
There's something familiar
I feel like it's
about
gonna
it.
be
I
there
feel
one
like we'll
day.
probably be
Because
touching on it.
apparently they said I was reading somewhere, or
the other day.
I think it was leaks or something like that. They said that there's gonna be a mobile version of this
We can
of
just scroll
MultiVersus,
on
so-
right by that, but
I don't know how it's gonna work,
How
but
you
it
doing?
might be.
okay, well,
Of course, that is not all. We have brand new taunts coming in for LeBron.
his
This-
signature
His-
emote, if you will.
I gotta hate you for that. It's literally all right. Well, we have his signature perk is quite literally he's signing the basketball.
But then he keeps it. He doesn't even give it away. He just signs it and holds on to it.
So it's not even for the kids. It was for him the whole
I
time.
know how sad. He really gets you down in the dumps.
He's the
But I
GOAT.
wonder is the mobile version true though? I don't know.
Down in the dumps, of course.
I had to see it to believe
And
it though,
another one
but
that
that's
has
what
been
I
quite
remember
bit.
seeing
I
a
know
long
the
time ago,
Grande
like in the
players
early
are
access
staring at it.
one.
Maybe I'll
But
press
you
right,
know,
maybe I won't. I don't
I
know.
feel like
We
they
got
might
trading Grande,
they might try to make a mobile
which will
version
also
of
be
it though. You
joining,
know.
We love a good hot girl summer skin, you know?
Suns
Suns out, guns out.
Bro,
I should have.
This
went
is
over to
Suns
the
out,
estimation
guns
board for that.
bro.
Of course, the one true weakness of the Rowdy Rough Boys, the smoosh, which will make
Why is
them
that
disappear, and everybody's new
Oh my
favorite
God.
ring out. I cannot wait to use this one.
This is going to be everywhere.
I am so happy to see this one. It's even got the little the
Oh,
little
Lord.
cry noise to it too. It's amazing.
It's
So
touch
I expect
assault.
everybody to be speed running to tier 33 by day one.
You see, it's called the touch of salt, but I feel like we're going to start with a touch and we're going to end with a mountain, you know? There's no world in which this stays just a touch of salt.
I
Bro,
only
isn't that the
figured-
meme right there,
The
this
entire time
one?
I've been reviewing the Battle Pass,
Bro,
did
I actually
not
want to get Tom
realize
and Jerry
we
so I
added
can
this,
cook with him. You know what I mean?
RPG,
Because like, bro,
iconic
I see
scene.
potential
So
in
new
Tom and
profile
Jerry.
pic, legendary
So
profile
I
pic
think
of,
I think I'm gonna buy
laugh
Tom and
looking at
Jerry
this profile.
so funny.
next season,
Our
so I can actually
team
use it,
is
you know,
just,
and then just you know
just
do whatever.
phenomenal. And
Bro, they got the sliced up cheese right here.
you
What the
know,
heck?
I know Kung Fu with Tom and Jerry because we also
Oh,
got the
man.
Karate Chaos Tom and Jerry skin. This is actually my personal favorite one. I'm a big fan of this one. It's gonna be hard for me to not use one for about a month.
They may be martial arts masters, but they still use their
Oh,
weapons.
you said who's my man?
Yep, Yep, they're always scheming
I would
too.
say-
there's no honor.
I'll switch between like Samurai Jack and like
That's true.
Wonder
That's
Woman.
true.
So
Well, of course, we have
That's
a
what I'm
few
currently
more.
at right now, so
We have.
I think I would say
very
Wonder
important,
Woman, but I've
one
been
here.
just
I'm
using
so
Samurai
excited
Jack a
about
lot.
this
You know.
skin, dude.
Yeah, you know,
But I do
Arya's
want
had
to
a
play
lot
as
of really
Arya
good
or
recently,
Tom and
which have
Jerry.
been
Those are
just-
two I want to play as
just
though.
phenomenal.
So when I buy those
over
two
and over
characters,
again.
that's what I'm
One
gonna do,
that
and then
came
I'm
directly
just try to
from
like
Michelle. I'm not
do
gonna
other
talk
stuff
too
for the
much
game,
about
you know.
the reason why,
Besides this feast on, of
she is
course.
this
You know.
way from the show because it's a very important.
So I would
piece.
say
Just
Wonder
know
Woman, I
that at
guess.
this point,
Wonder Woman.
Arya's life kind of sucks a little bit at this point. It's
But
a
at
little
least
rough.
she's with friends. At
She
least
is-
she's with friends.
Well,
What?
That's a cool outfit right there for Arya though.
Look, that's all of Game of Thrones. Okay, we don't.
Yeah, much like Game of Thrones, also
Even
you
though
can
I
never
haven't
truly
watched Game of
trust Arya.
Thrones.
As you can see, she's always planting something there. And one of my new favorite ring outs as well. Get the W Worm.
Mhm.
It's a dragon-based ring out. This one, I don't really swap off of the Batwing ring out often, but this one I'm for sure going
It's
to use
the
for a bit.
flames. It's how high the flames rise. It almost feels like you're condemning them
No,
to death with your ring out.
It's fire.
You said bugs, okay.
And with
Literally.
with that, I leave. Now,
Yeah, Bugs Bunny is a good character by the way.
Hold on, we gotta full screen this. Wait.
Oh, this
gotta-
one, this
we
is a
gotta
cool
just,
one. Like this is like DVD screensaver thing. People that had the DVDs back then, DVD players, they know what this is.
No, there's no chance. Wait.
It's not going to
No.
the corner. Is it going
Okay,
to the corner?
maybe this one. Maybe this
Nope.
is the one.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Ah.
No. We got some bad bounces, folks. Hold on.
Alright, we're gonna get.
We're gonna get.
Is this the one? This one?
No.
Ah.
Oh god, we gotta get one good one.
Look,
You
look,
know.
look, wait, one of them's gonna land. One of them.
Oh,
wait,
oh, no.
Ah. Look,
Bro.
I need to know is old heads rejoice. We got the old screensaver in here. Wait. That one, no. That could have been the one. Wait. No,
It's
we'll,
not.
we'll never truly
Someday,
know. We'll never
someday.
truly know.
We've seen one.
Yo, what if
We-
somebody
we
makes
promise
like
we
a
saw-
they do
we
a
saw-
stream and
we
then like
swear, it can
stream more
happen.
envious screensaver
not
until it hits
crazy.
the corner, you know?
We,
And like
You
and then
know,
stream
we're all
ends like
excited that we're
envious
gonna
hits the
get a
corner
good
until it
one,
ends,
and
something
here
like that.
we
You
are
know
sitting
what I'm
waiting
trying to say
on
though.
it.
But
Yeah,
what somebody
no,
does
we've got
something like
bad
that
Hey,
right
we
there.
don't we don't have anything else to talk about. It's just all right, but we do have, of course, the Justice Lord Black Adam, which is another skin that will be joining. Unique animation, epic skin. This one is really cool.
You know, it takes less sun heat. You can cool down now. It
Bro,
reflects
this
the
is-
sun.
do be
for it.
hot.
Because this is like it's a
Now,
white shirt,
the
that's
last
why, you know, like
tier,
black
of
shirt.
course, everybody
white
is
shirt,
very
right?
aware of the,
It's gonna be way harder
Naughty
with a
Rough
black shirt.
Boys, which will be our tier 70 skin, and of course the quintessence lady who has a freaking chainsaw
She
for a
has
sword.
chainsaw?
You know, why did they give a demigod a chainsaw?
I don't know, but we're big fans of the death metal
That's
comics
crazy, bro.
around here.
Yes, facts.
And of
That's what I'm
course, you
saying.
got
That banner
the,
does look cool though.
Coloring,
I was
emote,
thinking
which a lot of
yesterday
you
when I was
guys
playing
see,
MultiVersus, I was
in
thinking
the
about like what
trailer
banner
as
do I
well.
want to pay for though? Like what
But
I
that
buy.
is, of course,
So of
not
course
all
when I
we
get
have
the
of
battle
content,
pass, I have that one,
to
and
show
then like I'm
off.
trying to think of another one to
We
buy.
have the
'Cause
battle pass, and of course,
inside the
every
game you
season
can you can just like go to ones you want to purchase. So, you know, go to profile,
We just talked
and then
about,
it's kind of like it kind of makes me think about Disney
comics.
Feast. I don't know why, but
Oh, we
the
decided we
game's
liked a few
trying to do
more.
that
So,
now. You can just
you
go in
have
store
the
and buy
Dark
stuff.
Knights
So
Death Metal
that's cool.
Batman, which will also be joining.
What?
It's got spikes on the shoulders. This one's just cool. Like
It's cool.
Like,
Oh
I
my
don't really know how else to
God.
put it. And well, Superman players, they just got the cyber skin a little while ago. Well, congrats. You got a new one. Anti-type
Wait, are they clearing
Superman.
out the prestige
this, I
store?
don't really see a world
They
where
look
I
at that
don't
1
see
mil.
all the Superman
I got
skins.
100K
You know,
or
this is
something like
going
that.
to be a battle
I was
for
trying to think
who
about,
is
like,
the
which one should I
one
get?
true
I mean,
anti-life Superman.
That's true, but also Superman's got some pretty banging skins already. Like I feel at this point now you're starting to see just a variety of Supermans all in their glory, you know?
Yeah,
Duking it out for supremacy.
It's
Oh, no,
only
okay,
gonna get
okay.
better too. We
So
have
they're
the,
just
announced
adding
pack
on
for
to the
Naughty Rough
prestige
Boys,
store. They're not like, you know,
mhm,
taking away
as well.
stuff. Okay, that's
And
cool.
one
See,
of
that's the
my
old
new
stuff right here.
favorite banners.
I'm about to go in there right now
Bulletproof.
then.
He has
Actually,
the
get my
lasers.
stuff.
You see the bullets flying off. This one, I don't know how I switch off
Those
for a while.
eyes are such a sick effect.
Yeah,
They're so cool.
It's the once again the shout outs to the art team for putting together the amazing work that they do, and then Righteous Anger for the profile to close out the last of the prestige skins.
Nice.
So that's a lot of the new content we're seeing. Of course, that is not the only new content. Well, we're going to see. We talked about quite a few
characters
things
in
already. We talked
MultiVersus?
about the battle pass. talked about
I would say
ranks.
Teen Titans characters though, but I think they might be in there
still
though.
got
Like
Yeah,
Raven
look,
and
new
like
season
Robin, they might
launches
be
are
in
big,
MultiVersus though.
events.
So,
We like to make them
but
big
Teen
events.
Titans
We
that would
wanna
be
make
cool
sure
to be in
that there's plenty of new
MultiVersus, you
stuff
know.
to offer you guys
I'm trying to think what
every
else. I think that's
I'm
it for
excited
now
to come
though.
back for more. So
I'm trying to
Yes.
think because there is like a giant
Which,
list
of
that
course, a
that
couple
people have
people
speculated
seen
is going that's
already.
going to be in
We
MultiVersus,
talked
but
about the fact that
I wonder what else.
the trailer was a lot of
After
fun, but there
Powerpuff
was
Girls,
something
like
else that
what's
was
the next
in that
character that's
trailer
going to be in there though?
for the Powerpuff Girls that was not just PPG.
So
there
I'll
was
say
a
Teen Titans, like Teen
big
Titans
fan
characters.
favorite skin for a Batman, which give me a moment here. I'm pulling up. Batman players have been asking quite a bit for more skins. Well, congrats, we have two very cool ones that are coming. Where is the Batcave?
Let's check it out.
Am I blind? Where is the Batcave?
let's see. Where is the Batcave?
I don't see the Batcave. All right, we're going to Teen Titans Tower.
That works.
All right, so we're gonna go and pull up
Oh, you couldn't find back.
not only that. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. There you are.
Dang,
Well, I had to pull it up on full screen so people could see exactly how he looked.
the full
So,
screen.
We got Batman 1989
Let's go full screen too,
that will
then.
be joining the game as well.
this is stage I love.
This one
I always
is
go to stage.
probably the most.
There's the
unique,
skin in the
looking
battle
skin
in the
that we have
trailer.
seen yet. It
Oh my
feels
gosh,
almost
there it is right
like
there.
out of place
They
with how
showed
good
this
it
in the
looks.
Powerpuff Girl trailer.
The
Batman,
detail's
right there.
incredible. You can see just all of the different details on his suit and like the way that it fits. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun to be able to see this one get in. But there's a reason also why we brought this up here. Batman
Bro, this is so
1989.
cool because this, I don't
phenomenal
know.
film,
I
but there
just
also
love to
happens
play
be
like
a
different games and
celebration
stuff.
event coming up
Like
pretty
this,
soon,
just it's
which
exciting
is
to look
the
forward to. You know,
Batman
something new to the game.
85th anniversary. Our man's he's old.
He's so old.
He's so old.
Bro, look at the
Why is he
cake.
so old?
Who
There's
are
some
you?
plates. Don't y'all want a slice of the cake, bro?
So we got the
Bro,
Batman
that cake
celebration, which of
probably
course
tastes
you
good.
also
I ain't
saw
gonna-
some unique skins
the
that'll be
best cake
joining. We
ever.
have unique Batman skins for characters that will be getting a face mask. You see Finn and Jake, they're celebrating. But something else that's really cool about this event is
Batman.
when you are going to get the skins, you
LeBron
actually will be able to get
James,
currency
what
to
the
unlock
freaking-
some of the older
Wait,
skins
hold
as well
up.
for Batman.
Is this
So you'll be
are
able
these
to get,
outfits for them? I
currency
think that's
that
what they
can
just
be
said.
used
What the
for the
for
Batman
faking
animated skin, the
Finn and
Samurai
Jake?
Batman. So if you're not necessarily looking for the individual masks, you just want to get the Batman skins, you could get that. There's a lot of options, which you'll be seeing when that one goes live in a few weeks from now.
I don't know that I can ever switch off the Batman animated skin. It holds too strong a place in my heart.
It's tough. It is one of the best ones out there, but I am for sure a 1989 Batman
That's
for a
fair.
little while.
That's fair.
It's gonna be tough to swap off of that one. But there is also, of course, the new Rift.
That's correct. That's correct.
Which for the Rift, there is a new addition that we have added to this, and I'm actually going to show this one off because it's kind of hard to just explain it by itself. For anybody who's aware of what a shoot 'em up is, the shoot 'em ups are when you were kind of just scrolling along the side, and you get to fire a bunch of lasers and individual shots.
Old arcade style.
Yeah. So it's very side scroller focused. The Powerpuff Girls first Rift actually has that, so we're gonna go ahead and show that off right now. So the Powerpuff Girls
Courage
Rift,
will be a good pick too. All up there.
Nap time is over.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
You'll be
Courage Cali
seeing,
Dog. Yeah, that would be a
the
cool
return
thing to
of
be in there
them
too.
trying to
But
chase
I
down
don't know.
Mojo
I wonder
Jojo,
what they
who
actually
just
put him in there
had,
though. And
the terror
let me
in
see. And
Talonville,
people talking about Ed and
last
Eddie. You
Rift.
already know. That would
And
be
we
another
had to
cool
call for
pick.
some help
Ed and
to
Eddie.
go deal
Courage
with that.
Cali
Hit him
Dog.
up on the hotline.
They'll have
Yeah,
like
we
some
had to bring the
interesting
girls
moves
in to
that, you
stop
know.
it. So we got Sugar, Spice, and lasers.
But this is
And
like, what is this
another unique thing, which you will
R-type
not see just yet,
type game? You know, like shoot. It's a
is
side
our
scrolling
companion
shooting
gems.
game.
Much like Toasty.
Yeah.
And I forgot who else we added in the last one, but you will also be able to get individual companions for the girls themselves. So it won't just be Toasty that you could use. You'll be able to have the girls who do their individual neutral special abilities. So Blossom will be using the Frost, Bubbles will be using the Stun, and Buttercup will use the Laser. And you'll be able to use them alongside you throughout the remainder of the Rift. I'm a big fan
So
of
in
this.
that way, you do actually get to kind of have a way to use your favorite Powerpuff Girl individually.
Yes, that is where you get to have the individual time to use the Powerpuff Girls. But that is one of our new additions we have to that. There's a lot more, which I'm going to leave some surprises for y'all to figure out. Of course, don't want to give everything away for the Rift.
Well, we do want to show them the art, though. We got to show them the Rift art.
We do, of course. Like we said, this is the Nap Time is Over Rift. There will be some more as well that you will be seeing as the Rifts progress. But this is our first Rift of the season. And now, for one of the biggest parts of the show. We've talked a lot about this leading up to today. We've been very clear about the fact that a lot of changes have come to combat. Some of you might have noticed, actually, while I was
Yeah,
in
and
training
Benton.
mode
Benton would be a
with
good pick too.
the Powerpuff Girls. You can
Yeah,
approach
because
a lot
Punch Time,
easier
Cartoon
with
Network,
aerials.
Punch
You
Time
can,
Explosion.
move a little bit easier
All the
with
characters that
air,
were
and
in
the
there.
reason for that is because we have
That's
done
cool. But
a
in
pretty
Punch Time
big
Explosion,
overhaul
the Powerpuff
to
Girls,
the
they were
way
like
that
separate,
works. And
you
when I
know,
say
so
pretty big, I
they
mean
weren't
pretty
like
much
as
every
together
single
like Ice
character in
Climbers
the game
was,
has
but
been
I still
changed in
like
some way
the
or
unique
another.
idea they had with this one.
So,
They're all
we
together.
have a couple
Can switch
videos to
out.
show off that
That's
first
even better.
pull
So
up the first
yeah.
one with
Ben
Agent
10 would be a
Smith.
cool one though. Like adult Ben, you
the
know, like
visuals kinda
when he's
give it to
older,
you
and then like
straightforward.
you know, younger Ben.
Before you
That'd
would
be
get
cool.
clamped in the air as you tried to go for certain moves, it was ways to help position and line things up. But we realized that that was slowing down the way that you could approach in the air, and it led to a lot of grounded-based jabs, a lot of grounded-based attacks, because there's no way to start anything in the air.
You don't
Now-
maintain your momentum. It didn't
Exactly.
feel fluid.
Yeah, and now that we have, now what we have done is we have basically adjusted the movement speed or the clamps on a lot of aerial-based moves, so you're going to be moving faster in the air, with or without dodge boosting. But dodge boosting, as you can see, you're moving a couple square units even further than you were before. And it's not just, of course, on them. You can see that on charge-based aerials too. So charge moves, you stop in position normally, no matter what. But with this new change, you can actually approach with charge-based aerials too. So this isn't just for Velma. You got characters like Rain Dog who have the charged aerials. You have anybody who has a charged side air. Those types of things will be a lot easier to get in.
It'll also make it more natural as you're trying to anticipate movement. You're trying to get that spike off the edge of the map. You're able to better map your trajectory through your curve.
Yeah, and it will also create brand new combo routes because there are some combos you couldn't reach with some of those aerials. And also speaking of that, we have done that to other characters too, such as Garnet. You were able to fall faster with the down air. And something we've done to multiple characters as we move to the other clip for Garnet here, there is improved grounded-based combo routes too. Big thing is, since we've added the tech-based system, we've been able to improve on how many different ground bounces we can add. So if you switch over to the next one here, you have, for one, Garnet players might notice we have added armor to the down attack when you charge it. But also, the grounded downward hit will ground bounce more often. It would only work if somebody DI'd downward before. So now you can line up more combos there. It's going to be a lot easier to open up people. And there are a lot of other characters who have received that same treatment. I'm going to go over a few of them individually because they have so many changes after this. And aerials also have some new ground bounce based setups. So for characters like Jake, we added in that unique input. A lot of people asked if we'd ever rework characters to do unique things. You had the input for neutral special, which now you could do guaranteed at certain percent windows to get the follow-up off the ground.
Yo, these bounces
but you
look
don't always
nice so
have to
far.
do that. You can land with
That's
there
cool.
now
But as you see, it's
and get
not
a jab
that much
follow-up,
knockback right here.
down
See?
attack follow-up, get an up
Look at
attack,
that.
anything
There's a lot of
to try to
knockback
look for. So
before,
now you have different ways
but
to
now
actually
it's not.
post in the air.
21
You don't
and
have
just
to always
20.
stare somebody down who is over on the other side of the screen trying to hide behind a strong defensive-based option like a disjointed jab or anything like that. You can now approach over them quickly. And something super important is we have improved branch windows on some characters too. As you can see, Banana Guard known as the 2-button champ before, because a majority of what you do with side air and aerial side special, grounded base moves were all pretty much KO
Okay,
options.
see, Banana
For characters
Guard
that were
players, y'all
lacking
see this combo?
different
There you
ways
go,
to
right
get
there.
combo starters, we have improved on that.
And then under.
And it's not
But
just
is that
Banana
a-
Guard. Like I said, when I've
After
when
his
a lot
turn?
of characters that have changes,
I don't know.
we mean a lot of characters have changes.
This is really meant to be kind of a cross-the-board quality of life improvement.
Yeah.
This is supposed to feel better. This is supposed to basically allow you to the characters act the way that you anticipate them to act.
Yeah, some characters were struggling as well to kind of output the same damage as what some of the higher characters were aiming for. And for the higher tier characters, we did kind of normalize a few of the things that they were doing compared to others, but we also brought basically everybody up to where they are. So anybody who we saw was either underperforming a bit or had a lot of very difficult matchups overall, we have brought them up. So
We apologize to the tier list makers.
Yeah,
You have a lot of work to do.
for all of the YouTube guide folk out there, get ready, because you have a lot of new ones you need to make. Anybody who you were playing before has essentially changed in some way, shape, or form. And one of the really commonly asked questions for a lot of people was, would you ever rework moves? Would you ever add new moves? And the answer to that before has been yes, and we just didn't have anything to show. Well, now we do. Let's go ahead and pull up exactly what we have done to Batman. So, Batman, for one, again, happy birthday, Batman. Batman is one of those characters where basically the whole game plan kind of became 1 to 2 goals only. Use dash attack or use dive kick. And we had to do a few things to be able to make sure that those were contestable options. But doing that also led to a lot of situations where Batmans were only able to approach in very specific ways, made them campier, and you would end up utilizing things like the jab IAD side air, which was a loop that was a little unhealthy to play against.
Almost all of his ring outs were either kicks or spiking up towards the top of the
Yeah, and trying to set up bombs or utilizing early KOs or grapple hook, and we wanted to make sure that the skill gap wasn't so
Bro, if
large
you play the
between
game, you know what they're
average
talking about, bro.
players
If you know,
trying to
you
get
know.
that enough
Like,
super
if you just
popular
spam that,
and
bro,
people who played at the high end
skillless.
who were doing
But they'll still
everything
lose
they
either
could
way.
to
Most of the time,
expand on
they'll,
the game.
you know,
And,
if
this
you
is,
can just
again,
handle it.
not
But it's
just
kind of
Batman
annoying to
that
play
we have
against.
done
It's
this
like,
way.
they're just
For
gonna keep
Batman,
spamming the same
you
thing
have
over and
a
over
brand new
again.
dash attack
But
called
nice.
Bam Pow.
Bam,
This is
pow.
a double punching dash attack that is an armor breaker that will also
Nice.
ground
Okay,
us,
see,
but
they're
over
rebound-
at higher percents, it'll send them further
changing
out.
people's stuff.
This allows people to land with things such as side
Like, is
air.
this like a permanent thing,
because
or you
it's
can
very hard
switch to it? Like, you
get
know
a
what I
side
mean?
air follow up. So now you have a landing approach option with the side air to get a grounded hit.
Okay.
Thank you, Shaggy, for kicking me in the face. And for people who are wondering, well, where's the slide? Well, the slide is now on down tilt. But what happened to the other kick? What happened to his armored kick?
Mhm.
Well, now it's an active input. So when you use down attack and you input it again, you are able to go into the old sweep.
Does it break shield though?
And
It's
you were able
purple.
to do different combo routes. We did remove the ability to do IAD out of the jab too because it was leading to a loop. However, we did expand on the ways to do combos out of this. So you have the ability to do follow-ups, things like that. You can
Nice.
also use this for bat bomb setups. You have the ability to go for the second input and follow up into a cider, which I completely missed. You could use it to set up into grapple hook. And we also did a couple tunings
So
to
look
a
at
couple of the other
Starfire right
moves
here.
of
There's
his as well, so
Silk.
it'll be a little bit more consistent. This is something that has happened to everyone as well. On cooldown based attacks.
Ooh, what if they had Red X
Thank you
from
for coming right
you know,
back to me.
Red
This is
X
always
in
the
there, from
funniest
Teen
thing,
Titans?
get rid of batarang on purpose. Don't hit me. Go away. Go away. Okay. So, on cooldown based attacks by nature were weaker because the idea was to not make it so you just get rid of them and use it. However, we got to a point where we ended up having moves that were a little bit too weak by comparison, and then you had characters like Bugs Bunny and Garnet who had moves that were very strong in that. Outside of the on cooldown clap from Garnet, which now will consistently always pull someone in when you're using the up special clap, which is something that was asked for quite a bit. The on cooldown versions of these moves have utility. So you have things like the punch, which will now ground bounce. So you can use that not only as a grounded option, but a landing option as well to get new follow-ups. This is something that we see with bite, the bite on Stripe for the Saw Blade cooldown as well. So we want to expand a bunch of different ways to make sure that people have different approaches to get in through the air.
You're not just spamming a button and nothing's happening and you hear that dinging.
Yeah.
You still have the option to kind of make those combos. And now Batman feels a little bit more like the martial artist he's always been intended to be.
Master of all martial arts and had like 2 to 3 combos.
Yeah.
And that was something that was very difficult for people to either deal with at the top level because it was basically the same exact approaches every time and it was very difficult to deal with.
Easy to anticipate,
Yeah.
but difficult to deal with.
And then at the lower level, it was very tough for anybody who was just picking them up, trying to have some fun, and everything basically ended after 2 hits. So that is something we've done with Batman. We have a lot more characters that have achieved these type of treatments too. There's so much to talk about that I can't get my words together. One of those characters also being LeBron James. LeBron James was someone who...
LeBron James?
Can't go a whole episode without it. LeBron James was like the epitome of on cooldown. Everything about without the basketball was basically a move that didn't really lead to much outside of Cider, which we buffed not that long ago to make it easier to get an approach and get a follow-up off of. But everything else was not the greatest to be able to get in with. Now, you have one of the biggest changes to this character. His down air always had to be particularly hit in a certain spot in order to get a proper spike. That is not the case anymore. They will always spike. So there is no more sour spot on the down air. We have completely removed that. There is only a spike hitbox. So every time...
spike is a spike is a spike is a spike.
Yep, so if you're trying to go for a basketball into down air, as you can see, the dodge boosted movement allows you to get a little bit easier. You get a follow-up, and you could go for tech chase reads on that. Go for whatever you want to afterwards. There's a lot of new ways to approach with LeBron. That's not the only thing, of course. We sped up basically everything. So the unarmed jab is faster. The slap can now instantly be buffered into a jump. So you get a guaranteed down attack into up air. So that is a new KO confirmed for LeBron. There is also a couple new ground bounce routes we added as well. We're talking a lot about how every character has new routes. The down attack will now ground bounce again. So you could use that.
There's a lot of ground bouncing going on this patch. In general, the ground was not being utilized enough.
Yes. Basically, everybody. We talked a lot about how get ready to read. There is a lot of characters who have received new combo routes to kind of build on character expression. Skill expression is the theme of this patch. Is the biggest thing. We wanted to improve movement. We wanted to improve combo game. We wanted to improve aerial starters, which all were things people were looking for, and that is not only the thing we're looking at too. Coming in future patches, we could be looking at some changes to dodges to make them less powerful overall. It's very difficult with dodging on the ground because you could act pretty instantly after you do one. We're looking at ways to tune that and change that. And there's a few more that will be discussed as they happen later, but we are paying close attention to all of these things. We want to make sure that we have that. So again, we talked about it before. For everybody who is a combo guide person, YouTube guide, or anybody who likes to explore a lot of characters, and we're feeling a little uncomfortable with trying to try new ones because they just felt too different from your higher end characters, they are all different now. So
The Powerpuff Girls came with homework,
yes,
and they need your help.
yeah, the Powerpuff Girls super expensive on their combo game, and with the way that we were designing them and working towards them, it helped us to look to different ways we can expand on everyone else's combo routes too. So
In general, like we said, we're constantly trying to improve. We're constantly trying to make it feel better. Anything that we can do to make it more fun, more exciting, just quality of life improvements across the board. We're constantly going to be chasing those changes. So please, we do check your feedback. We do hear you guys, and anything that you guys bring forth. We pay attention to those things, and we want to make sure that we can do whatever we can to try and make this game the best it can be.
yeah, and as a fan, putting the player hat back on for a bit, it's the most fun I've had playing this game, with the way that you're able to expand on a lot of new, unique ways to play, and we're looking forward to seeing what y'all pull off, because maybe that'll help do some more changes in the future. We're also looking into perks, which will be getting some newer perks, some new looks at them. Nothing to really share just yet on that, but we are looking into the perks to also be changed alongside those dot changes later on. And it's not just that, of course. We also have some improvements overall to the game that we've been looking at. So a lot of people have been asking about mini games and how they operate and what they do. Well, we're looking into adding unique queue in the near future, which will have PvP mini games in them, amongst other things. So we're really looking forward to getting that in there. I know a lot of people have been asking about that. There's also going to be mutators for custom games coming into the near future. So those mutators that you see in Rifts, you'll be able to do unique matches. So if you want to create someone, have everybody be fast, have everybody have slows, whatever you want. So all of the mutators we have, we're looking into adding ones that will work and make sense towards the custom games. And the lab, like we mentioned before, it's got the new hit stun counter. The lab is receiving a overhaul in general with the UI, which will be coming in the near future. So we're really looking forward to that one. We've heard a lot of feedback of how the difficulty it is to set up certain specific situations in the lab, and how you do that. We'll be adding different DI directions for the bot, and a lot of other things. So that way, when you go to set up what you're trying to lab, you will be able to do exactly what you're looking for.
You'll be able to practice. You'll be able to spend time outside of your normal matches doing fun, different things that you want to try, experiment with, whether that's in the lab or in these other special modes. We really want to give you guys plenty of options to play with.
Yes. So, it was a lot to talk about for season 3, and again, a lot of course new content will be coming, a lot of unique fun events that'll be coming throughout the season, so make sure you keep an eye on those. A lot of really special ones. The art team really killed it this season, but that is not the only stuff we have to share.
That's
it's not
true.
Just about
we've still got more.
Yes,
We've still got more.
yes, including a look at this. Press the button.
All right,
Press
you're
the
right.
button. This is our very first supported local event called Ring Out, which will be happening at the HyperX Arena over in Las Vegas. We're very excited to be able to start looking into different ways to support not just the local events, but your online events as well. For anybody who's been playing a lot, of course, you have your MultiVersus out there. You have the Valhalla Order that has been doing recent invitationals, and many, many more. So make sure you keep an eye out on MVS Gaming Twitter, so you can figure out how to get involved, and also how to keep an eye out on any of the events that we support.
We love all of the local tournaments, all you guys putting in the effort to get a bunch of MultiVersus players together. We see you. We appreciate you. We're very excited that you guys are continuing to do what you do, and we're excited to talk more about these type of events in future streams as well.
Yes, we unlocked all the characters in local play so we can help to get these tournaments up and running, and we're also going to be keeping an eye out on other ways we can continue to improve local play over time and try and get more of these tournaments out there. So super excited about this one. It's kind of like I'm keeping it kind of professional about that right now. But I'm really excited to see this starting to happen.
That's fair. You came from that world, so I know how important that is to you.
And again, for TOs and company, we'll be looking into creating a stage list that we would like people to try and follow along with the guide, but also feel free to experiment yourself with how you like to do things. Because sometimes maybe stage list isn't always the exact thing that everybody agrees upon, and we experiment with it a little bit. And we have different ways to be able to alter that throughout each season, of course, because we have a lot of new stages that will be coming over time.
Speaking of the community, we want to do, before we wrap up, we want to do one more segment to highlight the community. Obviously, we've done this a couple times before, where we highlight some of your guys' community creations and art that you guys have made for various characters. We're very excited.
Big appreciation, by the way. The last couple, everybody kind of showed up and brought us some great things. This time, we had to dig through. Everybody was ready to go for this season.
Apologies. We know that there's a lot out there. We can't, of course, highlight everyone. We did our best to try and pick some of our favorites, but know that we see all of it.
Yes.
We spend time sorting through, and we love looking at these things. So, first off, we've got Beep. Of course, we had to highlight this one, celebrating Season 3's launch with both Powerpuff Girls and Nubia.
Yeah. Beep showed up last time as well with a really fun one that was based on the theme. And then as soon as we saw his pop-up, it's like, well, this one's mandatory. We got PPG and, of course, the Queen of the Amazons, who we'll get to talk about in the next episode.
And then Fairy Fire here. There are a couple that feature both Batman and the Powerpuff Girls that we're going to go through. This one's just, I can't wait to see this team up, you know?
Oh, knocking everything over here.
Oh, no worries.
Okay.
We gotta get Gizmo's nice and comfy.
Gizmo was excited. But yeah, this one is a lot of fun.
He just wants to join the party. That's the truth.
Yeah, he's joining them. He knows what's up. So we're gonna go into the next one. Of course.
This one's so good. It's so good.
I forgot this one was in the queue. One of these things is not like the other.
It's their facial expression that's telling me like, what are you doing here?
Like if you believe hard enough, you too can be a Powerpuff Girl, and Jake believed hard enough.
Noah Nimble, thank you so much for that.
I honestly need that in game. I might have to go poke a few people about that. And then different take on the art style from Viz Sound. We'll see a few of those. Of course, we've seen a couple different ways that the Powerpuff Girls have looked over the years. This one has that fun classic, like I can't remember exactly which show it's reminding me of right now. But...
It's got that old cartoon style. It
Yes.
really feels like those old like kind of 50s, 60s, and almost like they're dolls. It's very cool in that way.
On to the next one, we have Gabriel Gab, who everybody knows as the 8-bit artist, always every single time.
Pixel art, and this one's so good.
It's like Gabriel works so fast too. That's what gets me every time. Like as soon as the character's announced, Gabriel has it ready to go within like 5 to 6 hours. So make sure you go take a look at all of the other ones Gabriel has done over the past couple seasons. And this one, I smiled so much when I read this one. Like
it's so fun. Just and I love the characterization too. The fact that they put in a whole panel just to have Batman pause and then yeah.
It answers the question from the trailer too. Just like this Justice League have tea parties, and Batman, of course, made sure to oblige. It's
and
so
honestly,
adorable.
he would, and that's the best part is he would.
And on to the next, we got Archie and Miiverse, who showing off once again. Season 3 combination, the Queen of the Amazons, along with the Powerpuff Girls.
This is one of my favorite renditions of Nubia we've seen so far. She looks strong and like ready for battle.
Yes, Queen.
Piece.
And also, Buttercup will run away with that spear. Don't let her.
She's very interested in the spear for good reason.
And D-Man.
Hold on, we gotta talk to D-Man for a second.
Okay.
Because D-Man, we had a different one plugged in for you here. Because you know we love your signs. We had a different one plugged in, and you posted this less than an hour before we're going live and make us scramble to plug it in. What are you doing?
Like 30-ish minutes before we're getting ready to go live. It's like, wait, D-Man.
We love it.
Dude,
we love it.
They're fantastic.
Keep them coming.
They're fantastic. Try and get
little runway, man. We love you.
Man.
Come on.
We got to get them in, but give us a little bit of time, man. Well, of course, D-Man, also another one who has made ones for each individual character.
Yeah, we love those.
Dude Master 20. We did have a Friday the 13th post recently for Friday the 13th. That's Friday.
But before you say what this is, my first reaction to this was I thought this was I was like, oh, we have a Janine artwork.
Yeah, and you were really confident in that too. So we got Harleen Voorhees here, which is honestly this one looks This is such a fun, unique take on the Jason mask skins that we did that I am a big fan of this one. This one looks so cool. I had to actually double take also to realize who it was.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what is that? Oh, it's Harley. Oh my god. So Dude Master 20, one of the biggest Jason fans we have out there. So make sure
For
you also
good
check them
reason.
out.
Great character.
And we have a couple left here. Speaking of Jason, Erica TMC showing bullying. See, this is why Bubble's the best, okay? They're bullying Jason, and Bubbles is crying.
But the thing is, now here's the question: Are they bullying first, and Bubbles feels bad for Jason, or is Jason bullying Bubbles, and now the rest are retaliating?
Jason has been confirmed a giant teddy bear for a while now.
That's fair.
He has done nothing wrong.
Well, at least
Recently,
Erica, I can tell you that they made up because Natchet showed them here. They did make up after.
this is such a good 1-2 punch. Shout out, of course, to Natchet, who is always there, ready to go, providing incredible art every single day for MultiVersus. But this one is, again, see, Bubbles does not care so much about the person; it's about the weaponry.
Buttercup. Bubbles is focused on the flower necklace, I think.
Yeah, look, the lipstick is also weaponry, I guess.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even see that lipstick.
Putting
You're
a
right.
little smile onto Jason. This
That's
is so
funny.
adorable.
I didn't even catch that detail the first time.
I
And
believe...
then, last but not least, we've got Zytrux here. We had to finish with this one because it's just such a cool image of all of the characters together here.
Yes.
It really felt kind of to have a bit of finality too.
This is what MultiVersus is all about. It's about bringing all of these different characters together to having fun, not just in game, but outside of it with our artists, with
Yeah, these
our
are some cool
community.
pictures. I
Getting
like
to
how they do
see
this though. They
these
show
interactions that
like
you don't
the
normally
fan
get to
art.
see,
That's what I think is
in
pretty
standard
cool.
shows. Sometimes they had their own crossovers, but we're bringing them
It's
all
a nice
into one
touch
place
to
in
the
one
game,
home.
you know.
So it's a
Thank
lot of
you
It's a
fun.
nice
so much
gesture
to our
to the
artists.
community.
We love you. We love the work you do. Please keep it coming. We are going to continue to do these segments every stream. So anything you throw our way, of course, we're happy to showcase. But we also have some questions that we've pulled. So we had a Discord thread in which you guys submitted some questions, and then also during the stream we've had questions pulled from chat. So we're going to pull some of those now. So D Heart for you said, can alternate colors be a thing? I just want to know if it could happen or not.
That one actually gets asked about quite a bit. And they actually also asked about, can we have fire and ice circuit drones? Those were seen in the rifts when you had specific circuit drones that were either a fire elemental or ice elemental. We've heard a lot of feedback on that, and the potential is always there. We do like the idea of having multiple different looks when we can. So nothing to share as of yet, but we do hear that often, and that is definitely a really cool idea. So
It's definitely on our radar.
yes.
Nicholas said, is there any way you could support local tournaments with keys for prices or in-game currencies?
Well, actually, yes. As you just saw, we were talking about the officially supported event a minute ago. Now, not necessarily details on what exactly they get, but keep an eye out for that. We are supporting some of these local tournaments, and we will get more details on how those tournaments could be, more tournaments could be supported. So, again, once again, make sure you follow MVS Gaming. That is the esports-based Twitter for MultiVersus, and you'll be able to keep an eye out for more of those details.
And the team over there is awesome, so show them some love too.
Yes.
Sakala Kid said, are there any plans to improve the friends list? Quality of life changes, like being able to see various info of whether they're in the match, whether in their group, last login, etc.
Yeah, so the friend list has been brought up a couple times, and it's a bit busy right now. And one of the things we're all looking for is we want to improve the speed at which you can find people. One of the things that's asked for quite often is, like, can we get them in alphabetical order, and to be able to find people quicker. We are looking into those type of things for the friends list. So keep an eye out for upcoming patches in the future. For the match results, that one. It's the first time I've heard that, but actually it's a really good suggestion. So we'll bring that feedback over to the team and see if maybe we could try and look at those things in the future. But we are looking at improving the friends list.
Official Milk asks, are there plans or consideration for a random skin button for characters, or even character-specific fighting cosmetic loadouts, such as banner badges, any of that?
Yes, we've heard that one quite a bit too. We are looking into that. There is some future updates. Can't say exactly when, but we are looking to try and make it so people can utilize more skins more often. One of the common things that I've heard from some people is I get all these skins, I only ever use the one because I just go right back in and go into the match again. But how do I get to use them more often? A lot of times the suggestion is I'd like a randomizer or I'd like a favorite set, and we have heard that. So we are looking into that and seeing if hopefully we can try to add that in the future.
Stress inducer. Your name stresses me out. Projectiles that are dodged lose their hitbox and are unable to hit again, but still remain visible. So phantom projectiles. Is this an intended mechanic, or is it a bug that's going to be fixed?
So yes, but there is some additional caveats to that. So something that people were going to see tomorrow in the patch notes is for Marvin. If this is usually the person who sees this the most, is Marvin. When projectiles are dodged through, when they come back after a button is used, they just don't hit anybody. Well, the button will now reset the hit counter, so every time when you use a button, it will hit them on the way back through. In general, though, there is usually a time frame post the dodge where you will get hit by the attack again, and we're going to be adding a fix in the near future for the projectiles that are being affected by that. So that way, even without the button, if somebody's on the other side of the screen and they run back into the projectile for some reason, they'll get hit after
somebody dodges it the first time, but then gets knocked back into it as part of flying, whatever it may be. So Lucid asks, will the stop camping debuff get reworked? It doesn't seem to be working as intended on some character.
Yeah, we're looking into exactly how we want to improve or change the stop camping debuff. We didn't want to jump the gun too quickly on that one, because if you make that too strong, then it's gonna kind of deter some characters from being played, because they do have to occasionally stay back. But it's also at the point where even with someone having the lead, there's not too much negativity for hiding away, because you could go poke, come back, and it won't really do anything. So we are looking at ways that we want to improve that, but we wanted to give it a little bit of time before we really started to jump at it, because we wanted to get a lot of feedback and how it really affected the matches.
That makes sense. Hot Dog One says, do you acknowledge that we are so glad you're back?
When they say we, that's got to be Hot Dog from Discord. There's a whole brigade of the Hot Dog crew in Discord, and we see you all.
The answer is yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
We do. They appreciate that.
We do acknowledge.
Shout outs to the Hot Dog Brigade.
Amethyst is literally me says, how do you classify characters? How do you know which one will be bruiser or assassin, etc.?
Oh, that one. So that one tends to play into how we design the moveset. But sometimes it's also character based. We're also looking into ways to kind of differentiate them a little bit more. Some characters will be classified as one thing and it feels like they're another. We did change some recently for Marvin, for example, was a prior an assassin. It's much more of a mage, way more range based, so we adjusted that to be a mage. But there are also some characters, like some assassins, again on that topic, who don't apply weakened where others do. So we are looking at all that. We're also looking into weakened as a debuff in general, and the last stand perk. We are looking at those. Those are brought up pretty often. I'm sure that's probably a question that somebody's asked somewhere. But we want to balance out the way the debuffs work, especially weakened, and maybe provide a little bit more uniqueness to how some of these different classes are played. But it's mostly based on how, if somebody has a lot of range, tend to be more of a mage. If somebody is boxing all the time, they tend to be more of a bruiser. If somebody's really light, very aggressive, they tend to be more of an assassin, and so on and so forth.
Juju, I'm going to try that again. Juju Pepe asks, any plans to reintroduce daily mission rerolls?
That is being discussed, and actually that is something that potentially might be coming in the near future. That is something that was seen in the past, and we want to improve the way that people are going about missions. Sometimes you don't want to play the assassin character. It's just not your cup of tea. It's not your archetype. So how do you go about that? Having mission rerolls is one way to potentially change that up and allow you to have a different one. So we are looking into that.
Aloy says, might be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like the minor perks are not that interesting. They barely do anything. I see so many players using the base set of perks. I think many players don't care about them. Any news on updating them so they are more fun or more interesting? When he plans to remove them in terms of more of a ultimate character perk design?
ultimate character perk is an interesting one. Actually, that's the first time I've heard anybody say something like that. So did mention a little while ago, perks are getting looked into because basically right now perks are how many damage perks can I put onto my build as quickly as possible. It's pretty much just snowball effect, last stand, and pugilist, or the dash attack perk for when anybody is fighting a tank, and ground bounce if your character has enough ground bounces. But it's pretty much damage, and a lot of the other perks aren't really seeing a lot of use right now. So we are looking into perks. The first thing we wanted, of course, do was improve the combat overall, the speed of it, which we did show a little while ago. And perks are on our basically next on the list.
Perfect. Well, I believe that is all of our questions that we have. Also, we do have Emil, so we saw that you saw Rick Prime. Shout out to you. Glad that you're excited. But I think that pretty much does it for us, which means that there's only one more thing left to say.
And once again, the day is saved thanks to the Powerpuff Girls.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for Season 3 Into the Verse. It's been a lot of fun. Oh, wait.
What?
We forgot the couch food.
Oh, the couch food.
We forgot couch food.
Check.
Oh, my God. Hold on.
I don't have anything. Oh, wait.
All right.
But what does this mean?
Oh.
What the heck? Damn, just in time. How y'all like that? How y'all like this? How y'all like this? Thanks for watching. Hold up. Right now, I gotta get to the screenshots. But that was cool. That's cool, whatever. Dang. Did I just see them have tomatoes in their hand, though? Like, what the heck? Alright, well, dang. Like, that was it. You already know what I need to do now. I need to finish my battle pass. You know, like 2 tiers, and then, yeah. I'll see y'all in literally a couple of minutes, probably. Give or take, you know? Same time earlier. And, yeah. Trying to think what else. We got events coming up, but, you know, I don't have a date for it yet. Discord, new Discord, all that good stuff. Just keep your eyes open, okay, guys? I'm trying to cook. I'm trying my best. So we're gonna have events and stuff like that. Let me see. So we just have new stuff for games. That's pretty much it. We'll be streaming those. So that's probably like in an hour or so, something like that. But yeah, see everybody later. You already know, appreciate Love of Zay. Everybody else, you know, Knockout City, love everything, all that good stuff. And we out. Powerpuff Girls, 14 Titans. Come on, man. Oh yeah, that is true. That is true, Little Zay. I just thought about that. That is true. That could be a hint. That could be a hint. That is facts.